Definitely not sweet potato. There's the answer. I've gone through peaks and troughs in my physicality, depending on how hard a job has been, how much physical work I've put into it, and then having time off afterwards, but not having the same access to facilities to train in. So one of the big things now is that I'm investing in making sure I have those facilities always available to me. And when it comes to a particular project or role, I can then adjust accordingly depending on what the role may require. I don't know how minimal it would be. It's more maximal home gym. It would be a large space and all of the necessary equipment to do whether it be an incredibly hard body-changing hypertrophy series of workouts, or even whether it would just be a nice maintenance piece. I wouldn't say anything then didn't suit me, and it suits me now. I'm just better at everything now. I mean, it's been many years. I'm trying to think. Man of Steel was what, 2011? So it's been 10 years. So yeah, I think I'm just more experienced now and have a bit more in the way of experienced muscle. It depends on what I'm trying to achieve, what level I'm at with my body, and also how much time I have, because the deeper I get into a job, if it's a hard job and it's particularly time intensive and taxing, then I will request to my trainer to program things slightly differently. So I'll be training 4 times a week rather than 6. There might be on the 4th day a really simple arm and shoulder workout. And so it's a little bit taxing, but it ends up looking better physically, the pump and everything. Then I'm not crawling out of the gym and going, I need to have a nap immediately. Find someone who knows what they're talking about and listen to them, and get good at cooking. That would be my advice. But for the training aspect of it, and this is something which Mark Twight and Michael Blevins instilled in me quite early on when it came to that training, was that it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. And so mentally prepare yourself for an hour or 2 hours of hard work. I relish the idea of doing things differently for different characters, but it's making sure I have that platform to move from. If I have one character who's going to be really lean and mean, and another character who's going to be, I don't know, for example, superhero shaped, then you can play around with those two things, and it makes an exciting and different kind of training. With hypertrophy kind of workout, bodybuilding workout, I will be still working towards an aesthetic and still be able to create that aesthetic required for a shirtless scene later on in the shoot, while being able to perform on a daily basis and make sure that I'm doing the thing to the best of my ability, which I'm actually there to do. Depends on what meal it is. Run. They both have their qualities. I used to really enjoy front squat. I think back squat, a bit more ubiquitous. I would say back squat, especially if I'm doing a lot of it, because there's a certain point where if you want to get that right place hit, then I don't want to be focusing on how much my wrists are killing me from getting that front squat position right. I used to love a good deadlift, but I think these days I probably get more from a squat. Definitely not sweet potato. There's the answer. Well, making movies, watching them too, but because I'm making movies, sometimes it's more fun to be gaming when I get the free time. It kind of doesn't quite have what you're saying. Yes, I do. Genetically, and this is something which my brother faced as well, because he bodybuilded on an amateur level, is that our calves take an awful lot of work to gain any kind of size. I do train calves. I do wish they were bigger though. Alliance. Pre-workout. Rugby. Why not do them all? Depending on the programming, yeah, sure. Pizza's often a good go-to. However, if I'm in the UK, it could be anything. If I'm feeling in like a good cooking mood, then it could be anything that I want to cook, but sometimes it's nice to have a good Sunday roast. I think it depends on time of day. I've decided, and I think a lot of people have probably gone through this as well, is to really pursue things that make me happy, and to focus on enjoyment of life and living life. Typically, yes, there is an enormous amount of supplements floating around in whatever place I am staying. I like to keep it simple, and I will have, especially with the Muscle Tech stuff, 100% grass-fed whey protein with water. That is a pretty standard post-workout shake for me. However, for breakfast, I do have that same protein with oatmeal and berries with water, and I chug that in a blender, and that's actually pretty darn tasty. Because I'm from Jersey, I happen to like Jersey milk a lot, and I was trying out different combinations, and the 100% grass-fed whey chocolate with Jersey milk is pretty darn good. That's a dessert right there.